The story begins with Gaben and Shanks, who are together in Elbaf. At that time, Gaben recounts that he once met Garp, who told him that Roger had a child. Shanks then says that Roger's child would be like a younger brother to him. Gaben replies that this is true, because both Shanks and Buggy are essentially like Roger's sons. The scene then cuts back to Iobarth Castle. Horan begins to move and starts killing the giants. The giants restrain King Horan with chains. Horan senses that Amu's control does not only affect his body, before long, even his thoughts will be altered according to Amu's will. Horan orders all the guards in the camp to be killed. Loki and Jaren arrive and witness their father at that moment. Suddenly, Horan releases an overwhelming burst of haki. After that, the story cuts back to Shanks. Shanks explains that he and King Horan once made a contract. As long as they were within a certain range, they would be unable to resist that person's orders. Shanks then reveals the truth to Horan. This all happened during the time when they were away from Mary Geoise. Because of that, they became friends. Shanks says he believes King Horan would eventually join the Asurwan gods, in order to make Elbaf a member of the world government. However, this would mean entering a contract with demon gods. In exchange, they would gain superhuman power, immortal bodies, and even the ability to create magical night circles for long-distance travel. But the voice of that being would follow them wherever they went, and they would never again be able to disobey its commands. Horan would no longer be able to refuse. The question remains, would those people of the world still keep their promise? Soon after, Shanks and Gaben sense an incredibly terrifying haki coming from the castle. Loki and Jaren pin Horan to the ground. Horan confesses that he has been doing the world government's dirty work and that he was manipulated by Amu. Horan orders Jaren to give the legendary devil fruit to Loki, and to tell the people how foolish a king he was. He tells Loki to use his death to build his own reputation. Horan says he does not care what people say after he dies, what matters most is the future of Elbaf. Please, Loki, you are the only one I have left. After telling Loki everything, Amu's control grows stronger, completely altering Horan's mind. Eventually, Amu fully takes control of Horan's body. Horan then begins slaughtering more giants and orders all the castle gates to be sealed. The guards protest, saying he is no longer their King Horan. Horan replies that he is still Horan, he simply serves them now. No one will survive to tell the truth. Meanwhile, Loki heads to the treasure chamber to eat the forbidden legendary devil fruit. Following Horan's orders, Jaren fights Horan to buy time, telling him that if Horan were to eat the legendary devil fruit, the world would still have hope. However, Jaren is stabbed through the head by a sword. Skoppa Gaben arrives to stop Horan, but because of the immortal body, they are unable to do anything. At the treasure chamber, Loki is about to eat the forbidden legendary devil fruit when Kalachnian suddenly attacks him. A strange sound echoes, and then the chapter ends, with a message stating that the story will continue next week. Alright, and that concludes all the content covered in this video. If you enjoyed this kind of content, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss any future updates and secret tips from us. That's all for today, see you next time.